Hello, all. This is Vamsi. Let me introduce myself. I have like overall 16 years of experience in cloud and platform engineering with specialization in infrastructure automation and digital transformation. Today, I'm going to give an introduction, like session on mostly like today's the world is changing, evolving with it living to the multi-cloud environments. Like we are not locked with one cloud providers. So like we are currently like going with the multiple cloud providers, AWS, like Azure, GCP and whatnot. So it is very challenging and like implementing security across the multiple cloud platforms actually for our hosting our application infrastructure. So today I'm going to most deep dive into the DevSecOps strategies for enhanced security and compliance in this multi-cloud era. So the shift to multi-cloud is accelerating. So with organizations leveraging diverse cloud providers for agility and scalability and redundancy, but securing these complex ecosystems is critical. So this presentation explores how to integrate security seamlessly into DevOps workflows, enabling organizations to thrive in the multi-cloud era. So let's deep dive into it. So let's discuss about the importance of DevSecOps. So we are at the two pillars here. Like one is a shift left security, and then other one is a continuous integration and delivery. So what is shift left security? DevSecOps fundamentally transforms security by integrating it from the earliest stages of development. By embedding security practices through the software development lifecycle, teams can identify and remediate vulnerabilities earlier, reduce costs, and build security first applications. This proactive approach creates a collaborative culture where security becomes everybody's responsibilities. Let's discuss about shift left security. Like earlier, back in the days, we used to have a SDLC lifecycle, and when we used to have let's go to the if you have a code code developed and then push to the higher environments, we'll come to do the testing of application, and even the security testing we will be doing at the stage of before we even go to the production. At that point of time, it will become hard for any. It will be, let's say for example, if something happens, let's say for example, if we identify vulnerabilities at the stage of, okay, we have a release in next week or so, let's say for example, we will have hardly 1 week to fix the security issue, so which will be difficult to do that. In that case, so we should have a mechanism of identifying the security vulnerabilities in the early stages of SDLC. So the shift left security approach, which most of the organizations right now adopting, so that they can do the continuous testing while they're developing. So while they're developing, that's about shift left security. So another thing is like a CI/CD. You might have we are very much familiar with CI/CD since a decade. It's more of automated security. Like so what CI/CD. So how can we integrate this automated security and validations in CI/CD? So here is the thing: automated security testing and validation with the CI/CD pipelines is like revolutionary deployment safety by incorporating security scans and compliance checks and vulnerability assessments directly into the automated pipelines. Organizations can confidently deploy code faster while robust security standards. This systematic approach ensures consistent security practices across all the deployments. So it's more of, so we like implementing security scans and vulnerability checks, like by introducing them into the CI/CD pipeline, so that let's say for example, before deploying to any code into the environment, so let's do the security scans and compliance checks and vulnerability assessments before even deploying into the environment. So it's a stage actually. So it's like we were like introducing security scan steps before deploying to the code into the any environment. So it's more of integrating. So we need to integrate with the CI/CD pipelines. And the next thing is, so let's discuss about key principles of DevSecOps for multi-cloud. So there are the three things actually. So we need to discuss, if we need to deep dive into the key principles of DevSecOps for multi-cloud. So we need to discuss about three things. One is like a policy as a code and automated security testing. And the third one is continuous monitoring threat detection. So when it comes to policy as code, what is policy as code? So the policy as a code means, so what it does is it transforms security requirements into executable code, enabling automated policy enforcements and compliance check across multiple clouds such as AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud and other platforms. This approach eliminates manual errors and ensures consistent security standards. Then coming to the automated security testing, so what it does is by introducing automated security testing. So what it does is embedded. It will provide comprehensive security scans into your deployment pipeline, including SAST, DAST, and container security checks. This proactive approach catches vulnerabilities before they reach production, and it will reduce the risk and reduce the total operational costs actually. And another thing is when it comes to continuous monitoring and threat detection. So by leveraging AI-powered security tools that provides real-time visibility across multi-cloud infrastructure. So with incorporating AI-powered security tools, this will automatically correlate security events and detects anomalies and enable rapid incident response and maintain robust security posture. And so what are the benefits of DevSecOps in multi-cloud? So it mainly provides two key benefits. One is reduced compliance violations, and other one is a faster time to market. Let's say reducing compliance violations. So by implementing this DevSecOps in multi-cloud environments, seeing 40% reduction in compliance violation through automated security checks and standardized control across the platform, which is great thing. And other thing is a faster to market by automating security processes and shift left by integrating by let's having the strategy of implementing automated security testing and a shift left approach. So shift left approach and DevSecOps principles. So by implementing and coordinating automation testing and shift left approach and DevSecOps, so we can accelerate development cycles by 25% at least, while strengthening the security through continuous testing and early vulnerability detection. And so the next slide, we're going to discuss about addressing multi-cloud challenges. So we definitely, in this growing fast phase, every company, every IT organization, any application infrastructure is scattered across multiple cloud platforms. So what are the challenges having multiple cloud platforms? So one thing, first, we have three standards, is three challenges. So one is like a vendor lock-in, and the second one is a cross-platform discrepancies, and the third one is global compliance standards. So let's discuss about vendor lock-in. So we will be deploying. So to address these challenges, what we have to do is to address these vendor lock-in challenges. So here, we need to deploy platform-independent architectures and standardized APIs to maintain operational freedom across cloud platforms while reducing dependencies on proprietary services. And the second thing is cross-platform discrepancies. So when it comes to this area, so we need to establish a unified security frameworks and automated compliance checks to maintain consistent security controls and risk management across diverse cloud environments. And then the third one is global compliance standards. So what we need to do is we need to implement comprehensive data governance frameworks that automatically enforce regulatory requirements like GDPR and HIPAA while enabling real-time compliance monitoring across cloud platforms. Let's come to the real-world examples of DevSecOps in multi-cloud. So we have two case studies. So one case study is in a Fortune 500 retail, and the second one is a global banking corporation. So a global retail leader with 20 billion annual revenue transformed their security landscape through DevSecOps adoption. By implementing automated security scanning and compliance checks across AWS and Azure environments, they achieved 35% reduction in compliance violations, cut security incident response time from days to hours, and accelerated deployment frequency by 3x. And coming to other global banking corporation, like a major financial services firm, processing over 1 million transactions daily, revolutionized their security approach by integrating automated vulnerability scanning into their CI/CD pipeline. This resulted in detecting 40% more security issues during development and reducing production incidents by 60%, and decreasing time to market a new feature by 20% while maintaining strict regulatory compliance. So these are the best recent case studies, which will give a real-time DevSecOps benefits in multi-cloud environments. And let's come to the key takeaways with the DevSecOps for secure and compliant multi-cloud. So I can see three takeaways. So one is enhance a culture of security. So what it does mean? So with this, we will be transforming organizational mindset by integrating security practices into daily workflows and making cybersecurity a core value across all development and operation teams. And second thing is automated security testing. So by implementing comprehensive automated security scanning and testing throughout CI/CD pipelines to identify and remediate vulnerabilities before they reach even production environments. And the third thing is continuous monitoring. So here we'll be deploying advanced threat detection systems and real-time security analytics to maintain vigilant oversight of your multi-cloud infrastructure and respond rapidly to potential security incidents. And so let's discuss. So far we discussed all high level how to implement these principles and methodologies. But here in this slide, we are going to discuss the tools and technologies for DevSecOps in multi-cloud environment. So three things we need to discuss. One is for cloud security posture. One is like cloud security posture management. So which will CSPM will continuously monitor and assess cloud security risks through automated security assessments and compliance monitoring and real-time misconfiguration detection across the AWS, Azure, and GCP environments. And second thing is like cloud security information and event management. So what SIA this will leverage AI-powered analytics to correlate security data across cloud platforms, enabling rapid threat detection, automated incident response, and comprehensive security audit trails for compliance reporting. And the third one which is critical, is a container security. So today, the world we are moving from monolithic to microservice architecture. Using containers is like becoming a part of our daily operation and development life. So in this case, we'll be implementing automated automated vulnerability scanning and runtime protection and policy environments for Docker and Kubernetes workloads, ensuring security container deployments from development through production across all environments. And the next slide we'll be discussing here is the future of multi-cloud security and what are the emerging trends. Here is three things actually. These three items are more of emerging and what we need to implement in upcoming future. One is a serverless security, and the second one is artificial intelligence for security, and third one is zero trust security. So when it comes to serverless security, advanced runtime protection and the function level monitoring for serverless architecture to secure. So we need to implement advanced runtime protection and function level monitoring for serverless architecture to secure cloud native applications and prevent unauthorized executions. And the second thing is the next generation security powered by AI algorithm. We need to develop next generation security powered by AI algorithm that can continuously learn from threats, predict potential attacks, and automatically orchestrate responses across multi-cloud environments. And the third thing is a zero trust security. It's context-aware security framework that verifies every access request regardless of source, and enforcing strict identity verification and the least privileged access across all cloud services. So these are the three things emerging trends which we need to aware and look forward. And what are the actionable steps for implementing DevSecOps in your multi-cloud environment? So there are the four action items. One is first most thing what you need to do is access current security posture. For that, you need to conduct a thorough security audit across all cloud platforms, identifying gaps in infrastructure, applications, and processes while mapping potential attack vectors and compliance requirements. And the second one is develop security policies and standards. So here you need to create a comprehensive security frameworks aligned with industry best practices, establishing clear guidelines for access controls, data protection, and incident response across your multi-cloud ecosystem. And the third one is integrate security tools and automation. So here we need to do is deploy and configure automated security scanning and vulnerability assessment and compliance checking tools within your CI/CD pipeline, ensuring seamless integration with existing development workflows. And the fourth one, what we need, and the next step is establish continuous monitoring and response. Here we need to implement real-time security monitoring with automated alerts, detailed logging, and rapid response procedures, enabling proactive threat detection and swift remediation across all cloud environments. And securing the multi-cloud era it's not a journey, it's a journey, it's not a destination. Securing the multi-cloud environment is not just a technical challenge, it's a transformational journey that detects continuous evaluation and commitment. Through this strategic implementation of DevSecOps principle, organizations can build resilient security framework that adapt emerging threats while maintaining compliance across diverse cloud platforms. The proactive approach not only protects virtual assets but also enables innovation, accelerates our deployment cycles, and create a competitive advantage in today's dynamic digital landscape. Thank you all for attending this session, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation today.